Hello, my name is Adrienne Lefevre, and I'm the Director of Development at DayOne Network. DayOne Network provides services to children and adults with developmental delays and disabilities. Today we're here to talk about our Run for Day One, which is September 12th, 2010 at Pottawatomie Park. Here with me today I have a special client of ours, Brad Torrance, and his father, Greg. How are you guys today?
Fine, thanks.
Good. Greg, tell me a little bit about your son, Brad.
Well, Brad is my oldest son, and he is 33 years old, soon to be 34. And he lives at home with us, and he was born with spina bifida, and has had numerous operations and everything, but it's turned out pretty good. He has actually just become an uncle for the third time.
Congratulations.
Recently, so we're pretty excited about that, and he's actually got to hold the youngest addition to the family. So that's a little bit about Brad.
How did you know Brad would have special needs?
Well, when he was born, we were actually told at birth that he had spina bifida, and he was taken from Delnor Hospital to Children's Hospital, where he underwent numerous surgeries and everything at that point. And my sister has some learning disabilities, so I've been kind of exposed to the disability factor for most of my life. So it was somewhat easier to deal with, but it was still quite a shock.
How did you learn about DayOne Network?
Well, actually, I believe it was in the early 90s. My wife actually went to a open house that DayOne was having when they were located in Batavia down by the Fox River. And at that point, we didn't really know that much about DayOne, but she gathered the information and we looked at it and kind of moved forward from there.
What did DayOne Network do for Brad and your family?
Well, when we finally did get around to contacting them, they had us come in and sign up, sign some papers and things, which really got the ball rolling. We had no idea what they would be able to do for us, so it was kind of a learning experience for us at that point. And they really took us, down the path and through all the paperwork and everything, and told us some of the programs that were currently available, some of the things that would be coming down the pipe, they hoped, and we just have stayed in contact with them ever since.
Did DayOne Network help you get home-based funding?
Yes, they did. They were very instrumental in doing that. And home-based services is a great program. I encourage everyone to contact DayOne if you haven't already, and see if home-based services is a program that they could possibly provide for you. So it's really been great having that service.
What do you think would happen to families like yours and Brad if the state cut funding to places like DayOne Network?
If that were to happen, that would devastate a lot of families. The paperwork process for getting funding is somewhat extensive, and DayOne does a great job with that. If it was left up to me or families to do on their own, I'm not sure they'd be able to navigate the system, which is very difficult to navigate. DayOne does it on a regular basis, and if I were going to try to do that, I would more than likely become frustrated before I got to the end of the tunnel, if you will.
Now, Brad, you volunteer at DayOne, correct?
Yeah,
And what do you do there?
I shred paper.
Good for you. And have you enjoyed volunteering there?
Yeah,
Great. In the fall, you'll be taking on a special project at DayOne, is that right?
yeah.
And you'll be shredding and scanning documents and making room for new files?
Yeah.
Are you excited?
Yep.
Well, we're excited to have you, that's for sure. Fundraising is vital in keeping DayOne Network going.
Yeah.
And do you want to tell people a little bit about the run logistically and the time and date? And
On Sunday, September 12th, 5K run starts at 8 a.m. Family walk at 9:30. It's handicapped accessible.
Great, that's great for not only you but other people. So the whole walk is handicapped accessible. That's great.
There will be moonwalks, games for kids, and refreshments. Register online. 100% of the proceeds go towards the children and adults that DayOne services.
Well, thank you so much, Brad. We're so grateful to have you and your family a part of DayOne Network. And what we want to just really tell people is that they can go online and they can register at DayOne2010.dojiggy.com. And not only can they register, but they can create their own web page and form a team and send the link out to raise funds and hit a goal of $250 per registrant. So we're really excited about it, and we think it's going to be a great fundraiser for DayOne. So I want to thank Brad and his father Greg for coming today. And again, please go to DayOne2010.dojiggy.com to register and to learn more about our 5K on September 12th, 2010 at Pottawatomie Park in St. Charles.